Yeah. Look here. You see what it is? I'm back in the closet. You know what I'm saying? It's where I take my breaks. I don't like talking to nobody. I enjoy my social distancing. So figured I'd holler at y'all real quick, tell you some mind grapes, right? Don't mind my fucked up hair, man. I gotta get this shit cut. This Morgan Freeman shit ain't for everybody. I want to holler at y'all about some of my mind grapes. Some of my mind grapes today is education and despair and how the two coincide with each other. It may sound weird, but stick with me, okay? So I work in a hospital, right? And majority of the motherfuckers that work in here, they either have finished their college education or continuing their college education or are in the beginning stages of it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I didn't do that shit. I didn't go to college, right? Initially, I wanted to back in the day. I wanted to go to. I want to say it was like a spot out in Frostburg, Maryland, or some shit. I can't remember, but I remember all my acquaintances and all the motherfuckers I hung with in high school going. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Because on television and movies and all other sorts of media and the people you know, they'll tell you got to get a college education. You won't get a good job. Blah blah blah. Right? And more importantly, I had two lists that I had compiled during the tail end of my junior year and well into my senior year. I call it the fight and fuck list, right? I had one list for the niggas that I was gonna go ahead and square up with because it's like, nigga, we ain't in school no more. I ain't gotta worry about getting suspended. You can get hit in the face with a brick, right? I was very excited about that one. And obviously, there was another list of young ladies that I wanted to shoot my shot at. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, I felt like trying to holler at young ladies in school wasn't the move because I was a weird nigga. I am a weird nigga, and so you know the odds aren't really in your favor when you're in school around the rest of your peers, as it was. Um, but I was excited about that list, and obviously shit didn't work out that way. My pops wanted me to go to the Navy. Didn't seem like I had much of a choice, so off I went. Right. I have noticed over the years, just in my travels and people that I've broken bread with, motherfuckers look at you different depending on your education. Just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, if you're a college graduate, motherfuckers, they perceive you in a different way. Like, I guess you know more, you know what I'm saying, or there's a wisdom to you that a lot of people don't understand. This is mentioned a lot in politics shows when they talk about polling and different categories and stuff, and they always talk about, oh, this candidate does well amongst college graduated folks. It's like, man, fuck you. I hate that shit because, like, college is just an institution. It serves a purpose to an extent, but that doesn't necessarily determine your level of intellect. Okay? Perfect example. Y'all remember George W. Bush, right? That motherfucker went to Harvard and Yale and struggled on national television to open the door. Okay? That shit bothers me because if you ain't a college, if you're not college educated, motherfuckers kind of look at you like you ain't shit. And see, the thing with me is I've been in a fortunate position where I done broke bread with gangster niggas and CEOs, so you can't really tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? Should I have gone to college? Some will argue, yeah. Uh, I don't really give a fuck because I mean, like, debt is debt, and I really didn't need the hassle. Um, my wife, Emma, my partner, was explaining something to me a few months back. They were telling me, yeah, like I believe Emma has an associate's degree or something like that, and they were explaining to me how the job I have now makes more money than she's made in any job, period, up to and after her college graduation. It's not something that I'm proud of. I don't like to. I don't want her. I don't want to make them feel inadequate or inferior. You know what I'm saying? I don't turn my nose up at them because they people. You dig? But I've noticed that comes a lot, and with me, I never really gave a fuck because growing up, it didn't really seem like there was a future for me and a lot of my peers. And you don't plan for a future that you don't think you have. There's a song it's a song called Street Dreams. It's a remix. Uh, I know ain't none of you motherfuckers gonna listen to it. I don't listen to it anymore either because it was Nas and R. Kelly. And we all know how that ends, right? But the chorus goes, Street Dreamer, ain't nothing out there for you. And that shit stayed with me when I heard that song because I was growing up in Baltimore. Like, nigga, what's out here? I mean, can you hoop? Can you rap? Can you dance, nigga? No, then ain't nothing out here for you. You know what I'm saying? You retread tires, I guess, work at the Domino Sugar Factory or whatever the fuck. Um, it didn't really seem like there was anything out there. You know what I mean? When you grow up where I grew up, and a lot of motherfuckers can attest to this, and for some it's even more severe than it was for me. You don't really think about the future because you're so beaten down by the present. And so I figured, what's the point? And they were like, well, you know, school, like, nigga, fuck you. Like, okay, perfect example, HVAC, right? working in the HVAC field is dope because people are always going to need heat. They're going to need air conditioning and things like that. I actually used to do HVAC, and it was a lot of fun. I was going to school for it. Go figure. Um, and one of the instructors said something that I'll never forget. She said, "We're teaching you Ohm's law and all these other things, but when it's time to do the job, folks don't care if you know Ohm's law or not. They want to know, can you fix my air conditioner?" And I don't know. It was just, it hit me strong because it's like, in the grand scheme of things, now obviously certain people you want them to be college educated, doctors, lawyers, nurses. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple that's escaped me right now, but a lot of times, like architects, yeah, and they go to school. You know what I'm saying? But me, I've been working in general labor for a long time. You know, and the thing with me is, I'm one of the fortunate few where I kind of exist outside of logic. So, you want a job done, nigga? Tell me how it works. Tell me how it works, and I'll take care of the rest. The only thing in this life I can't do, I can't fly a plane, and I can't fucking juggle. Outside of that, I'm the guy. And that's not to sound like a braggart. It's just, work is all I've ever known. And I come from a lineage of people who all they've ever known is work. Work, struggle, pain, and indulgence in things that weren't great for them. That's kind of the legacy of a lot of my people, at least my family, relatives, or whatever. But I think about that a lot. I see that shit a lot. Like some of the wealthiest motherfuckers don't know shit. And a college education is not something I'm knocking. If you want to expand, you know, go further in your career or just challenge yourself, that's dope. Go for it. You know what I'm saying? But don't ever make the mistake of thinking you're better than the next motherfucker. Most of the niggas you see on the NFL and NBA, them motherfuckers only went to college because they can hoop or they can play a sport. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever get this shit twisted. You know what I mean? That's not to insult these brothers or these young ladies that you see in the WNBA and things like that. But I don't trip off that. I know education is important to a degree. You know, when it comes to doing business, you don't want to be breaking bread with a dumb motherfucker, and that's cool. I get that. But like nigga, calculus and all that shit. When it's time to work, I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know, I think about that a lot. Do you? And so that's the question that I present to you. What is your stance on education? You know what I'm saying? And it's important to understand that environment is crucial for everyone. Young black youth or whatever the fuck, they gets out of the neighborhood or whatever and goes on to college and shit. Okay, cool. Give kids a reason to want to go. I remember by the time I hit middle school, nigga, I was just bored. My only focus at that point was money. How can I get more money? My family needs it. I want it. Hoes love it. How can I get that? And the spiel that you're given is, well, you got to go to college and get a good education and all that shit. It's like, man, fuck that. I want that fast shit. How can I get that fast shit? Niggas is driving Cadillacs now, and I know they ain't with them motherfucking college. You know what I'm saying? There's one nigga named Booker. Booker was a dumb motherfucker, but he was making moves. You know what I'm saying? He was doing what young niggas do to get paid. I remember I was in TESST in Baltimore, and I was learning about HVAC, and there was this brother. He sat maybe 2 seats down from me, right? And he was having issues understanding the problems that we were doing with Ohm's law and the equations and things like that. And I could tell that he was having an issue with it, and I wanted to help. So I was like, yeah, man, let me go ahead and explain it to you. I was trying to explain it in a way that's something that would stick to his ribs, right? And I couldn't help but notice this motherfucker has a matching outfit and car for every day of the week. Because that day he was wearing like some Dolphins shit, right? Like Miami Dolphins hat and shirt. And motherfucker would have like some green ass car outside, and he had some shit like that for every single day. And we all know that nigga that wasn't getting that from schooling, okay? I never forgot that because it's like, what's the point? And that's one of the worst things to feel when despair sticks to you and it just gets a hold of your heart and won't let go. Because I used to be full of hopes and dreams and all kinds of things that I wanted to do and plans for the future. And then one day, the nuts dropped, nigga, and that shit was over. It was pretty much over after that. I'll never forget it. I'm like, nigga, fuck dreams. And did you see that bitch walk by in them jeans, nigga? And that's not healthy. It's not cool. It's not something that you should say about young ladies. I understand that. It wasn't cool then, and it's not cool now. I'm just giving you context of how it worked. Even now, when you look at things like social media and TV, movies and shit, a lot of motherfuckers didn't get fucked by no college. You know what I mean? Hell, every kid down wants to go on TikTok and go viral. Can't say I blame them. You know what I'm saying? Work is for chumps. Take it from me. Yeah, that's what I. That's what some of my mind breaks at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And oh, something else. Some of my mind breaks. That little school shooter. The most recent. I believe it's the fella in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? His parents bought him a gun or whatever. Uh, this is what's on my mind in regards to that. This country is in a bad, bad state, right? And a lot of that stems from us not being honest with each other. Okay, I'm gonna tell you some shit, and I don't really expect anybody to watch this, so it works out for me. But we collectively, as a society, as a people, we can't live together. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna segue real quick into some shit involving the Dave Chappelle special, The Closer, right? Obviously, a lot of people say, "Oh, those jokes are transphobic," and real shit. That nigga said he's Team Turf. It is transphobic. You know what I mean? I can speak on this because, and wait for it, my partner is trans. My partner is a non-binary trans man. That shit threw me for a motherfucking doozy. But they're the person I love. We took vows. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rocking with them. And it's important to understand that Chappelle's special and the things that he said and the things that he says and does, a lot of it comes from a place of hurt. It's not excusing transphobia by any stretch. That being said, it's important to understand that some people speak from a place of hurt. And so I'm assuming with Dave's situation, he sees that outpouring of love and understanding and compassion towards not only trans folks, but seemingly everyone in the LGBTQ community. And it can be frustrating because it's like, where's that love for us? Where's that understanding, compassion? Not that performative bullshit. Where is that love and that empathy? Because black men, black folks walk around with scars constantly. You know what I'm saying? And it's tough to go through life with those scars, all the while feeling like we can't let our guards down. We have to be strong all the time. And so the problem there is you have two disenfranchised groups like so many others, and they all have a common enemy. Every single disenfranchised group of people has a common enemy. That's a conversation that we are not ready for. And what happens is, instead of focusing on that common enemy, that common denominator that binds us in trauma and pain, we look at each other and then begin to compete in this game of who suffers more. And there are no fucking winners. There are only victims. Um, with that being said, coming back to what I was saying before, we can't live together. Because folks don't want to do right. This pandemic shit has been going on for almost 2 years. This was our opportunity to grow and learn and become better together. And y'all niggas ain't do that shit. Y'all niggas wanted to go back to concerts, and ugly bitches wanted to go get their hair done. Like, that was gonna make a fucking difference. Like, I wanna go eat in a restaurant, nigga. This 2 year period of the pandemic with staying indoors and staying away from people, nigga, I was doing that shit before it was cool, before it was mandatory. My life didn't change at all. If anything, it was an opportunity for extroverts to learn about what it is that introverts go through. You know what I'm saying? And niggas didn't learn shit. They didn't learn anything. And so the beat goes on. So coming back to that school shooter shit, there's a common denominator amongst a lot of these motherfucking shooters too. And we as a society are not ready to have that conversation. We can't live together. If you want to be real about it, motherfuckers should split the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how they want to do it. If they want to do it, split the country down the middle or along these, on the equator side of the game. I'm not really sure how you'd like to do it, but it's like, pick a side, stay your ass over there. That's really how it should be, because we can't live together. Motherfuckers ain't gonna do right. You know what I mean? And it's not even so much red and blue. It's just decent and trash. I'm gonna tell it like it is, and never like it was to me, how it is to me. Because, like, Democrats be on bullshit, Republicans be on bullshit. Nick, all you motherfuckers was dancing in the street when Biden won, and all I did was say, all right, bet, we'll see. What changed? What changed? How much better did it get? You know what I mean? Granted, shit got better for me and mine. We came on a little bit of the money that the motherfuckers promised, and we was able to make a move. How many people did that? A lot of motherfuckers just going to Red Lobster eating goddamn biscuits. And nigga, I wanted some of them too. But I had a goal. You know what I'm saying? And so, obviously, Emma and I have always wanted to get out of this country. Like, ever since we met, we've been talking about just getting the fuck out of here. Shit wasn't in the cards. So we did the next best thing. We decided to hide in plain sight. And so far it's working. You know what I mean? Um, with this job that I'm at, I've got it set up in a way to where when my time is up, they'll still be okay. And Emma can actually get her, Emma can get them and Jason the fuck out of this country. Because I don't want my son to grow up here, man. You know what I mean? I grew up way too fast. I got scarred way too motherfucking fast. And it hardens you, and I don't want that for him. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bad scene. There's a lot of shit that's not great right now. I ain't gonna trip. I'm excited, man. I got some cinnamon rolls at the house. I'm really looking forward to going to eat when I get the fuck out of here. But that's really all I got on my mind grapes today. You know what I'm saying? Video wasn't strong, and I understand that. But sometimes I just gotta speak shit into existence and get it off my spirit. So that's what I got for you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with me because you know I got it. And we'll try this shit again next time. All right? That's the end of the video. Good day.